Welcome back everybody to another episode on the channel. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode. It's a beautiful day out. And in today's episode, we're gonna be talking about a piece of gear that I get questions on all the time, and that is the heater bodysuit. So the heater bodysuit, this is a piece of gear that I get asked about every single year, not only on my channel, but in person. How do I like it? Because they always see me, you know, my buddies always see me carrying this with me, especially when we get into those colder season hunts. The heater bodysuit, in my opinion, has been one of the best investments that I've had. My wife actually bought it for me for Christmas, and it's just, if you have the money to invest in it, I think it's a really great option. But we're gonna dive into it today. I made a video about a year ago, I think, about this, the heater bodysuit, and today we're gonna dive into it. But in that video, I got a lot of comments on that video asking different questions about the suit. So in today's episode, we're gonna go through the heater bodysuit, you know, give you my thoughts and opinions on it, some tips and tricks with it, and then also we're gonna go through those comments. So everybody who commented something on there, I'm gonna answer those questions today as well. The heater bodysuit, what this is, and one thing I'd like to talk about first is your other options. You have the heater bodysuit, and you have a lot of other products out there as well that are comparable to the heater bodysuit. But basically what it came down to is I was looking at buying the Sitka Fanatic gear or a heater bodysuit. Now the Sitka Fanatic gear, as you guys know, Sitka gear is very, very expensive. For the Sitka full gear, I think it was around like $1,000 to $1,500, which was a lot of money to spend on gear that I just didn't want to spend. And the heater bodysuit comes in at like $350, $380, something like that. Don't quote me. I think it's around there for the heater bodysuit. But the Sitka Fanatic gear, I was kind of comparing and contrasting, and you know, with that, I gotta take my pieces off and I gotta carry it into the stand. And for me, you know, the heater bodysuit just rolls up into one piece, and I can actually attach this with the backpack straps. I can just attach it to my pack and carry it in that way, and I don't really notice it. For me, it came down to really looking at cost, and then also looking in, you know, how I'm gonna pack this thing in and out. And I really didn't feel like putting bibs and a jacket and hat and stuffing it into a backpack. For me personally, I just like the way that this carries in. I can just take this, snap the buckles to my backpack, and then it just sits on my back, and when I get into the stand, I can take it off. Let's go over some specs really quick. So the heater bodysuit is water resistant. It's not 100% waterproof, but I can tell you right now, I have sat in some really rainy days where it's just pouring down, and I have gotten pretty darn wet while wearing the heater bodysuit. And I will say that this thing does a really good job at keeping the water off of you. I mean, of course, it's not 100% waterproof, so it got a little damp, but for the most part, being just water resistant, it kept the water out of the suit completely. I didn't get wet at all. If anything, it got a little damp as I got done with the day and then ended up walking out. But other than that, I think this is around 350 grams of Thinsulate. And basically what this does is once you pull it out and unravel it and you get into it, you zip it up and it locks your body heat in there. When you get into your stand, the first thing that you guys are gonna do is unbuckle this. Now, like I said, this is just a strap for carrying purposes. I buckle it to my backpack, so it has backpack straps on here. So let's say you didn't carry in a pack, or your pack was minimal, you could just throw this around your back and carry this in like a backpack instead. I have straps, so I just buckle this to my backpack. My backpack has a couple straps on it where I can clip this to it, and it just sits on the backpack, and I just carry it in. I don't notice it. I know that is one of the complaints of the heater bodysuit, is it's bulky and heavy. I personally don't think it's that heavy. I mean, sure, it's a little bulky, but you got to think about it. When you're hunting in really cold weather, I don't know how you do get away from bulky, if you guys know what I'm saying. You know, when it's cold out, you're gonna layer up, you're gonna put on a lot of clothes, things like that. It's going to be cold. And you know, getting away from being bulked up, I mean, there's no perfect method where you can throw on a jacket and bibs or pants and then be completely comfortable. You're gonna be bulked up a little bit from layering. Basically, you just unbuckle this, and then you have this strap. I just put it right into my pack, and then this will unravel, so you see it drops down. So now the heater bodysuit opens up, and you have your zipper right down the middle. Now this zipper is very quiet. So all you do is once you get into your stand, now there is a little bit of a learning curve for when you guys are out there doing hunting in your tree stand. You do kind of have to, once you do it a couple times, you get kind of used to how you should do it. So all it does is it zips down. So basically, it zips all the way down. I'll kind of step back here. So it zips all the way down, and then you have your two basically your 2 foot pieces, and then you just get into the suit. So all I do is I start with 1 foot and I just go down in, and like I said guys, when you are in the stand doing this, it's gonna take a minute. And then basically all I do is I get both of my feet into the heater bodysuit first off, and then I pull these up. Now basically you guys can't see it that well, but I'm pulling it up my back, and basically what happens is you have 2 straps inside of the suit. So as you guys can see, this is the inside of the suit, and you have 2 straps. So basically you take 1 strap and you put it over your shoulder, and then you take the other strap and you put it over this shoulder like so, and it just makes a cross kind of like so. And then all you do is you pull over the shoulder pieces like this. So now the suit is enclosed, and then all you do is you grab the zipper and it zips right up. So then you're in the suit like so. So now you're completely enclosed in, and what this is doing is it's locking in your body heat so that nothing can get out, or minimal gets out, and it's 350 grams of Thinsulate like I said. Then if a deer comes in, all you have to do is zip this down, and then all you do is you just come out of the suit. So then if you have your bow or anything like that, you got to grab the suit, will just hang off your back like this. And as you can see, it's not bothering me at all. It's not in the way of me having to make a shot. If I need to shoot, I can shoot. This is just hanging behind me. This is something I didn't do in my last video, and in the heater bodysuit, I'll show you guys, it actually has a couple pockets. So it's got 1 pocket right here, and then it's got another pocket right over here. So I like to put snacks in those pockets, or I put my phone in there, or maybe a rangefinder, things like that. So it actually, those pockets line up perfect. So when you're sitting down in your tree stand, those pockets are right next to your hands, so you just reach down there. And then you can grab whatever you need out of your pockets. I will say this, once you're in your heater bodysuit, let's say it's a super cold day out, you actually take it with you, and you're gonna go and get into your heater bodysuit. Once you're in this thing, it is so comfortable, and it is so nice. I'll be sitting there on my phone outside of my suit, and once I feel myself getting cold, I'll put my phone away, zip up the suit, and within minutes I'm warmed right back up. Another thing that I like to do guys is I bought a bigger size actually, and the reason I bought a bigger size, and this is a tip for you guys, is actually if your face is obviously going to get cold out there. You can wear a face mask if you want, but every once in a while I'll actually unzip this and put my head underneath the suit and zip it up in the suit, and I'll be completely enclosed in this thing, and it warms up my face nicely. It's something you can do. It's not something you have to do. Personally, I actually got a tip from somebody else that did that, and it's actually really nice to just kind of be able to warm up your face. Basically, rolling this thing up, I'm gonna flip the camera down and show you guys how I roll this up. I think that's the best way to show you guys how it works. But doing this in the tree stand is not a problem at all. Sometimes I'll actually just drop this from the tree and let it land at the bottom of the tree. It doesn't make a big loud noise at all. But otherwise, usually most of the time I just roll it up in the tree stand. It's not hard to do. Most of the time I actually just take it like so, and I just roll it up standing up. But today I'm just gonna put the camera down and show you guys how I would roll it up if I was on the ground. So first things first guys, make sure that you have this portion just laid out already. So the first thing that I like to do is I actually just like to lay this out like so. So just toss that out there so it's already ready to go. Then once you roll up the heater bodysuit, you could set it on there and clip it. So here's my heater bodysuit. So what I like to do is I like to start with the legs portion. So I'll flip this around, and basically what I like to do is fold the zipper part in, just so that zipper doesn't get damaged by anything like that. And basically I'll just put the suit like so that I have the zipper part in, tuck it in, and then I start with the feet like I said, and all I do is I just roll this up. And all you're gonna do is just roll this up nice and tight. So you're just rolling it just like a sleeping bag, nothing too fancy, just getting it rolled up like so. Doesn't take long at all to do this, and then I have it rolled up. Now all I do is take the heater bodysuit nice and rolled up, place it in the middle here, and then I take my straps and pull this up, and then all you have to do is just buckle the straps. So once your straps are buckled, you can actually take this and tighten it down so that the heater bodysuit is nice and tight in there, and then it is packed up just like that. Super easy, does not take long. Once you do this a couple times, you learn how to do it, and it does it really easy. That's how you guys pack up the heater bodysuit. As you guys can see, once you do it a few times, and even in the tree stand, it's not hard to do. Now we're gonna dive into some questions here. So these are a bunch of questions that I got on the last video that I did on this. And today, I feel like let's just go through those questions and answer them for you guys. The first question that I got on here is, how waterproof are they? Well, like I said before in the video, they're not 100% waterproof, but they are water resistant. And like I said before, in my personal experience, I've been rained on plenty of times out hunting and snowed on, and I think this does a really good job at keeping the water out. The next question, do you get mud caked in the bottom? So that's another question. Yeah, I mean, mud does get in the feet part, but if you really get a lot of mud on your boots, which I have done, I've walked through plenty of cornfields and stuff like that. Around here it's really a lot of clay, and I guess I've gotten mud in the bottom of them, but I've never cleaned out the suit at all, and I don't notice any mud in there right now. So sure, mud can get into them, but I mean, you can just flip it upside down and shake it out if you'd like. So the next question is, does it affect your safety harness? No, in my opinion and in my experience, I've never had any issues with this affecting my safety harness at all. My safety harness comes right out of the back of it. There's not a specific little, I guess, safety harness accessibility like you see on newer jackets and stuff. Some of the hunting jackets, they have like a buckle part that basically you can slide your safety harness through. It doesn't have that, it just comes right out the top, but I've never had it affect the safety harness. Actually, I don't even notice any issues with that at all. This is a comment that says, show me how you get into it when you're up in a tree standing on a 2x2 platform. So I use a Lone Wolf hang-on stands. That's pretty much all I use is hang-on stands. I have the big platform and I have the small platform, and I've gotten into this thing on both of them. And the small platform is pretty small, but it's a little more mobility for hunting wise, and I can get into it just fine. Sure, does it take a little bit longer to be a little more careful? Sure, but like I said before, once you do this a few times and getting in and out of it, you have no issues at all. Now for my final thoughts and opinions, guys. As you guys know, and probably through the video, I'm pretty biased. I do love the heater bodysuit. I think it's worth the investment. If you are a hardcore whitetail hunter, and especially during archery season, and this even works during the gun season, and they even have some attachments you can buy that actually put orange on this so that you have orange on there during the rifle season. But especially for archery hunters hunting, you know, in November, and then even late season archery season, this thing is absolutely amazing. It really does work, guys. You know, I didn't know if it was gonna work when I wanted it and got it, but I'll tell you right now, this thing works like a champ. Every time we get down to the 40s and then even colder, I'm bringing this with. I use it every chance I can get. I even use it duck hunting sometimes if I am getting that cold. I'll even use it ice fishing. If I'm going ice fishing and it's going to be super cold, I'll use it then. So you don't just have a hunting application with it, you can do a lot of different things with it. It definitely is one of those pieces of gear that I cherish and always bring with me when I have the opportunity. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. In my opinion, guys, this thing is worth it. I really enjoy the heater bodysuit. If you have any questions, concerns, leave them down in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.